learn how to overcome self-doubt, and tap into your full potential with confidence. I'll share with you a simple and powerful step-by-step process for you to overcome self-doubt and start radiating confidence. Self-doubt comes in many ways, in many situations. And what was very present for me and also with my clients is that when we're facing life changes and transitioning careers, changing careers, this is something that appears and is a very big obstacle in our ways. So becoming a fitness coach is one story that I remember about overcoming self-doubt. When I started coaching, I had no confidence. I also never taught anything before. I was coaching group fitness classes and I was a client at the gym, and my coach offered me an opportunity to become a part-time coach. And after that, it evolved to long-time coaching, and that's what I did for 8 years. The second story is when I became a breathwork facilitator. I am a breathwork DJ. So I facilitate breathwork sessions for people to feel calmer and also feel more energized, have a clear mind, and manage stress and anxiety. So when I became a breathwork facilitator, I also never facilitated a breathwork session before. So self-doubt was very prominent and very present for me when I just started facilitating breathwork sessions. And the third recurring event that is very present for me right now of overcoming self-doubt is learning how to drive the scooter. This is something that eventually I'll overcome. I already overcame the doubt of driving. No, I didn't overcome. See, those things in my mind, the stories in my mind of me doubting myself, feeling that I lack the skill of doing something, in this case, driving the scooter. So these are the three situations where I know how to break down how to overcome self-doubt through experience. So the formula for you to overcome self-doubt is for you to have an empowering mindset and constantly practice what you want to improve. Sounds simple. It's very practical. However, it takes time and practice. And practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So it's not just any practice. It's not just repeating and doing things mindlessly. Is actually being attentive and paying attention to all the details of the practice of when you're getting better at this skill. So how does that look like in real life? So empowering mindset is when you have the stories in your head of you're inadequate, you're not good enough, you don't have the skills. And yes, that is true to a degree. When I started coaching fitness, I didn't have the skill of teaching, of working with more people, of giving instructions to a group of people. So those were skills that I acquired by coaching classes, by having demos and coaching the other coaches and receiving feedback. So every class that I coached, I was very attentive of the step-by-step and the flow of the class. So I had a list in mind of the things that I wanted to improve, what I could do to improve. And at the end of the day, I would review myself and give myself feedback and then ask for feedback to improve. So yeah, it's true that you don't have the skills. However, you are working to improve those skills so that you become confident, so that you will overcome self-doubt. with these three situations of when I became a fitness coach, when I became a breathwork facilitator, and now that I'm learning to drive the scooter, the two factors in overcoming self-doubt are the empowering mindset and consistent practice. So what does the empowering mindset look like? It's you noticing your thoughts, the narratives in your mind, the stories you tell yourself about the situation, about yourself, and turning those stories into an empowering story. So when I started coaching fitness, I didn't have the skill of teaching, of giving instructions to a group of people, and also the delivery of how I interacted with people, with my clients. And I could have been in a disempowering mindset of saying, I'm bad at this is not working, people don't listen. All those stories that I told myself, that sometimes I tell myself, things that are frustrating, and I can feed those negative thoughts, or I could turn those negative thoughts into empowering thoughts, into empowering narratives and empowering self-talk. So empowering mindset simply means turning your narratives that are disempowering, that makes you small, that makes you doubt yourself, into empowering stories. And stories are made of words. So simply by changing the words you use in your mind, you'll start feeling different and you'll start acting different because of the narratives and the self-talk of the words that you use. So changing your words is the first step into empowering mindset. The second step to empowering mindset is practicing, actually repeating and reminding yourself throughout the day of your empowering self-talk, of your empowering mindset, of affirmations. So you go from using negations, I can't, I won't, they're not, all those things with can't, apostrophe T, to empowering and affirmations. Because your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not. If you tell yourself you can't do, then your mind will find ways for you to not do, for you to be unable to do. If you think that you can do, then your mind will find ways and proof that you are able to do and that you're capable of doing the things that you tell yourself you can do. And the third step to empowering mindset is acting on it. So it's the practice. Actually doing it is you physically confirming to your brain and your mind that you're improving, that you're overcoming self-doubt through practice. And the second piece of overcoming self-doubt is the constant practice, consistent practice. And that's no secret. It's simply doing the things, accumulating experiences, and building repetition, a lot of repetition, because not every practice will be great. Some practices we learn through failure. And those are the most important things as well. So consistent practice is a big piece to overcoming self-doubt. In any skill that you want to improve on, to deal with career change, to transition to a different role. So overcoming self-doubt and being more confident takes two powerful and simple steps: empowering mindset and consistent actions, consistent practice. Allow me to share an example of me learning how to drive the scooter, because that's fresh in my mind. That happens every day. And one thing that is very important to notice is that I am aware that I don't have the best skills in driving a scooter. I have the basic skills and maybe the baby skills of driving the scooter. So that's okay. But I won't beat myself up for not knowing how to drive the scooter like a pro. So that's one thing to be mindful of, is to be aware of your skill level. So now I don't beat myself up. I don't tell myself stories of what are people going to think, or I don't want to look stupid driving the scooter. I don't want to be out there driving and looking like I don't know what I'm doing. So those are stories that I used to tell myself, and through the empowering mindset and practice, actually going out on the road and practicing driving in traffic, is helping me become more confident in driving the scooter. So now I don't stay just on the right lane, the slow lane, and going slow, staying behind the bus or trucks. Now I have the confidence to pass the truck and pass the bus that is in front of me. And through practice, it's inevitable that I'll get confident, because I'm working on my mindset, and I'm also working through the actual doing and actual learning of the skill. The last example that I'll give you is the best example of my client. She is a kindergarten teacher, very experienced, and an expert teacher with kids. She used to plan her classes and do the lesson plans very detailed. She will be extremely detailed through everything that she wanted to do in class. And that would make her feel very overwhelmed and doubt herself of her ability to teach a class without a plan. So then she applied the empowering mindset, and she was actually practicing overcoming her self-doubt. And now she is confident that she doesn't need to plan everything to a T. She plans, she has a framework, a big picture of what she wants to do, and then she allows herself the freedom to improvise and listen to the class and teach according to the flow of the class and the energy of her kids, her students. So, in summary, how to overcome self-doubt and radiate confidence in 3 steps. I'm going to add another one. So the first step is to practice empowering mindset. The second step is to actually practice consistently. And the third step is for you to learn with a mentor, with someone who is proficient at the skill that you want to improve on, because they have years of experience, and they will give you golden cues for you to have aha moments, and then you'll be able to learn faster, have fun while learning, and overcome self-doubt as a consequence. So the process will be more enjoyable for you. It will be less frustrating. So if you want to overcome self-doubt and radiate confidence, I am happy to support you. I would love to hop on a call with you and answer all of your questions. So go ahead and book a call to get started.